Hey everybody, just finishing up for the day. It's starting to get dark. Figured I would give you guys a quick update since I haven't made a video in about a week, and I've been trying to stay on top of that. So I made a video. You can see right there is the that roof I was going to put over the run for the chicken coop. I've got a lot more stuff to do to that chicken coop too. I've got a couple more videos I started working on. So I'll get those finished soon, hopefully, and get those up for you. But got those going. These tomatoes right here, I think I mentioned in another video, 3 different types of soil in those 3 beds right there. You can definitely tell a difference with that one on the left over here. Oh, it's like a almost yellow color. And then the other 2 beds next to it definitely look different. I'll probably do a video on that if there's any interest in it, just how I made the different soils for each one, just trying to do a little experimenting and see what works best. I really like the idea of these raised beds. I've never really done them before last year because I've got plenty of room to just plant in the ground, which is what I always do, and I'll still do that. But after the year we had last year with all the rain, this makes it so much easier for me to control the watering that they get and don't get. But that's for another video if anybody's interested in that. But I have started that stuff. This year's firewood is in the house already, but I am starting next year's, which I think a lot of the people I know, at least, if you burn firewood over the winter to heat your house with, you like to stay ahead of things. Number one, your wood needs time to dry out. Number two, you don't want to come down to the last minute with getting that wood ready. So I'm always a year ahead, at least. Some of you guys have seen my firewood video from a while back. You know that I get kind of out of control with the wood cutting. I'll put something on the screen there for you guys to click on if you haven't seen that video. But I'm starting that. So there's probably, with that stuff that's piled up on the ground still, there's probably about a cord of cherry there, which I typically don't like to burn cherry. It's a good enough wood to burn for sure, and it's got a nice smell to it. It's light, easy to move, burns good, but certainly not my favorite as far as producing heat goes. But I've got a lot of it. It's just around, so that's what's going for next year. A lot of that. That won't be it, obviously. I'll have 5-6 times that amount that I'll need for next year to make it through the winter, depending on how the winter is. This past year, actually, I typically burn at least 5 cords a winter, and this past year, I think I burned 1.5 cords. It was we had 60-degree temperatures in December, and I'm in Ohio, so that's very out of the ordinary for us here. So we may have a bad winter this year to make up for last year, but I'm hoping not. Right here in the foreground, I said I was going to make some more raised beds. I started on those, and I tried to get a little bit of video of doing that, but I tell you, I've got to get myself used to that recording as I go along. When I did the stuff for the chicken coop, I tried to record the whole time. It finally rained, like for the first time in 3 weeks, as I was doing it. So windy. In between rains, I get out, do a little bit more. Just so windy, so the footage is just awful. I'll put some stuff in this video, like a picture-in-picture thing, to let you kind of get a look at it. The sound is awful, so I won't include any of that. But and then the raised beds, I started on that. This actually, all this lumber, the bigger one in the back there that's kind of more gray colored, that was the first one I did. It was over in one of the other gardens. I just moved it over here and put some more screws in it. But these other 2, that was actually a friend of mine owns a restaurant, and he was remodeling, and those were actually in the ceiling in one of the rooms, and they pulled them all out. He threw them all in a big roll-off dumpster, and rather than let them just go to the dump, he told me about them, and of course I came and got probably 30 or 40 of them. I mean, the ends had nails in them, but they were 12 feet long. So I just brought them home and cut them down to 8 feet, and they work out perfect for me. So anyway, that's why, you know, they kind of look old, but I'm not gonna let that stuff go to waste. So these two, the situation with why there's so much space, you probably can't tell from the video, but these are way far this way as opposed to the back. All this room in here, this is probably, from the back of this to the wood there, is probably a good 40 feet, even though it probably doesn't look like it. Maybe 50 feet. But it's hard for me to move this. I got the camera on a tripod, so it's not so shaky for you, but this is all covered by trees right here. And although I do have tons of area that's not covered by trees, this space just works out good for me. It's kind of a wasted space. Filling all this in with this mulch and stuff is more stuff I don't have to mow, which I love. So that's why there's such a space. I've got to keep these beds out from under the trees, and I'm thinking about maybe filling that up with firewood the rest of the way back there, or we'll do something with that. Maybe even cut down the trees, who knows. But yeah, so got the raised beds together. This little one to the left here is not going to actually go there. It's just there for now to be out of the way. I'm going to move this a little bit more. I'm going to expand this area into over here. This was all, if you saw the first videos in that, I don't remember what I called it, but when we bought this place, I walked through all this with you guys and showed you everything. And this whole area, even where I'm standing now, all of this was brush, like you see back here. Only worse. There were some old, rotted away buildings that were no good anymore. There were, I mean, just a mess. Huge bushes, thorns, you name it. It was everywhere through here. And we've slowly cleared it all out. This whole side over here is probably close to at least half an acre. And it was just all brush. So slowly we've removed a bunch of worthless trees. I mean, I hate to think of trees as worthless, but they're tulip poplar to me. I mean, it's got some uses, but I'm not a fan at all. So got rid of a lot of those. There's still some left, as you can see. But just finished cutting out some of the stumps of the last few that I took out tonight, here and here. So I'm actually going to do a couple more beds in there, get this other raised bed over there, and fill this up with firewood in the back too. My son and I were out here working on it today. You can see the remnants of where the beehives were. But anyway, just a quick update. I don't want to make this too long for everybody, but that's what I've been up to. Figured I'd make a quick video. Like I said, I do have a few more planned for the chicken coop that I've started that I need to get finished. One is a feeder that we can fill from outside the coop. Before I get more chickens in there again, it is such a pain. If you've got chickens, and like I would always feed them first thing in the morning, and they're still in there because we've got to be careful when we let them out to free range here, just because of the predators. So if you've ever tried to walk into a chicken coop first thing in the morning with 20 hungry chickens and try to fill their feeder, well, you know what it's like. So I've got an idea on how I can fill it from outside, and hopefully it'll work, as well as a watering system too. So we're going to put rain catchment on there on the back of that new metal roof I put on. And anyway, some stuff coming with the chicken coop still, as well as obviously some more stuff to go with these raised beds. And I don't know if I want to fill these with, I started filling the far one there with my compost from here, which is really, really awesome. But I don't know if I want to try to grow anything for the fall in those or not. If so, I'm going to have to get some bed mix made up and get those filled up. If not, I may decide to put some of the compost that still needs to break down a little bit, some more hot stuff, and let it sit over winter in there, and then plant in the spring. So we'll see what comes of that. My tomato experiment, see how that works out. But I'm going to turn this off for now. Thanks for watching again, everybody. I appreciate the last, I think I made 3 videos recently, and a lot of response to those. So thanks everybody for watching those. I've got a package that came in from somebody that I'll probably share with you guys as well. Maybe I'll have that coming up soon. But I've got one more day tomorrow free, so I'm going to try to get some more stuff done here, and maybe I'll get get a couple more of those videos finished up. But thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to turn this off and get inside. The mosquitoes are getting bad, so see you guys. See you in the next one.